They told me Jasmine really wants to do this interview. They said she had makeup on and everything. I was like, okay,
That you know,
sure.
I took a shower for you,
Well,
Anthony.
I
I
I
took
took
a
a shower for
shower.
these. Look, Jay, I took a shower for these radio interviews by computer too. I could have stayed in my bathrobe.
Well, first of all, I gotta congratulate you. Yo, fam, Jazzy Jazz. And I got the one and only iconic actor Anthony Anderson in the building. I mean, you've been in so many things. We would be here for an hour, a lifetime talking about all of them. But Law and Order, now We Are Family with your mommy. That is so cute. And of course, Blackish, all the issues. You are the ish man. And you know what? Y'all, I feel like I know you intimately right now, Anthony, after last night.
Oh,
That was really
oh,
hot.
yeah, yeah. Of course, you would want to watch a program where we all stood on stage butt naked. Okay, yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah.
And I didn't know you could bump and grind like that. You got
Uh,
skills.
well, there's a lot about me you don't know, Jazz.
So for those who
Interview me
don't
more
know,
often. Interview me more often, and you'll learn a whole lot about me.
well, for those who don't know, he took all his clothes off along with some other hot guys, Bruno from Dancing with the Stars, Ty Diggs, and Chris Brown. I
No,
said it
Chris
wrong.
Jones, not Chris
Chris
Brown.
Jones
Chris
with the
Brown didn't. Chris
Chiefs.
Brown didn't get naked on stage.
No,
It
Chris
was
Brown didn't
Bruno
get naked. He
Tonioli,
does
Tay
that other,
Diggs,
on
James
some other
Vanderbeek,
shows.
Tyler Posey, and myself.
And it was all for cancer awareness. I love that. But one little thing I heard Chris needed extra material. Talk to me about
Ha
that.
ha! Well,
Like, what's
Chris
up?
is 6'12". He does play. He is a defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. He does have three Super Bowl championships. Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he really was.
That's who
So
my mama
is it
came
going
to
to
see.
repeat at all?
You said what?
Is it going to repeat at all?
I'm pretty sure it will repeat. But it was a great show. I watched it last night. It was the first time that I watched it. I didn't watch any clips or anything while we were making it. So I was thoroughly entertained by it. I think the show came together very well, and it was to raise awareness for men, in particular, to go to the doctor and get checkups for testicular, prostate, and colorectal cancer. James Vanderbeek, uh, on our show, excuse me, had colorectal cancer. And I had no idea that when I reached out to him to be a part of the show, that's what he was going through.
I'm going
He
to stop
dropped
you
that
real quick. You
bombshell on
guys,
us through
hold on
while we
one
were
second.
filming.
Are you guys recording?
Yeah, it says this meeting is being recorded.
Good. Okay, so they can send it to me because they were going to let me record and now they're recording. Okay, just want to make sure because otherwise I had to hit record. Sorry about that. So you executive produced this. Congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
talk to me about what inspired it and what inspired getting naked. Like,
Well,
you just wanted to show us what you got.
cancer affects us all. And so that was one of the reasons that we wanted to do the show. And like I said, James Vanderbeek was dealing with this on his own. So, he really wanted to do it. I lost my biological father and three of his siblings to cancer,
I'm so sorry.
all within a year and a half of one another.
Oh,
So that's why I wanted to do a show like this to bring awareness to it, and in particular to men, to get up and go to the doctor and get checkups. And I don't know what it is, but we need to get over our machismo. We need to get our egos out of the way, and go have these small procedures done to make sure that we are cancer free. And if
that's
they do
right.
find some polyps, or they do find something, or whatever they may find in whatever procedure that they're doing, that we catch it early enough. And that's what it's about. It's about encouraging men to get to the doctor, and which brings us to us talking about type 2 diabetes.
That's
You
right.
know, I was diagnosed, 29 years ago, and I was the first person in my family to have type 2 diabetes. And then there was my mom, and at our urging, my dad, who raised me, went to the hospital and found out that he was a type 2 diabetic. But
Wow.
the thing that was disturbing, my father had diabetes for close to 25 years without it being diagnosed.
Oh,
And the symptoms that I had as a diabetic took me back to my childhood. And I was like, these are the things that my father was going through when I was a kid. And that's what made us force him to go to the doctor. And unfortunately, we lost my dad to complications from diabetes. So that's why I share my testimony. That's why I partnered with Novo Nordisk. So we can talk to the African American community and in particular African American men because diabetes disproportionately affects our community more than
That's
any community
facts.
that's out there.
That's
So
facts.
we came up with our campaign, Get Real About Diabetes, where people can go to our website, getrealaboutdiabetes.com, and get the information that they need, answer some questions that they might have, but more importantly, encouraging these individuals to go to the doctor to get checkups.
And that's so important. I lost my father to prostate cancer. So you
Hmm.
are a health hero to us. And it particularly affects our community. Black men in our community don't want to go get those screenings. So if you had the courage to take it all off last night, and you were looking good, Anthony.
Thank you. I try.
But if
I
you had the
try.
courage to do that, we can get screened for diabetes, we can get screened for cancer. It's so important for our families and for our loved ones. Give us a little wisdom on diabetes. Like, what would you say are the top three things that we need to know about and need to do in terms of diabetes, especially type 2?
Well, I'm not a medical professional, so, I really don't speak to that. I can just speak to what the things that I went through. And, as a type 2 diabetic, it's all about, a lifestyle change, for me. It's about the things that I eat, the things that I was eating that contributed to the disease.
Yeah, you used to be
Uh,
kind of a big boy, right?
yeah, yeah, I was always husky and handsome. You know, I was always husky
And
and
humble.
handsome.
You forgot humble.
Yeah, I like to think that I was fat and fine. Now I'm just husky and handsome.
That's what I tell
Um,
myself.
yeah, but so those are the things. I can tell you about what I was going through. I was having midday naps. I was lethargic. I
Hmm.
was had this constant thirst. And every time I drank something, I had to go to the restroom. And every time I went to the restroom, I had to go back and drink something. And every time I
Wow.
drank something, I had to go back to the restroom. So that was the cycle for me. And I went to the doctor, and they told me that they diagnosed me as being a type 2 diabetic. And there were changes that I needed to make. And those changes were diet and exercise. And I made those changes over time. It wasn't easy. It was a transition that I needed to make. But I saw what would happen to me if I didn't do it. Uh,
Yeah.
and so I made the changes that I needed to make to live a healthy lifestyle while having type 2 diabetes.
Well, congratulations on that. And thank you for all that you're doing for our health. That's so important. Just a couple of quick other questions. Now, are
Mhm.
you single, free, and single here to mingle,
Yeah.
or are you beat
Ah,
up right now? Because the ladies are going to want me to ask that question,
why are you
especially
at,
after
why are you
last night.
all up in my personal life, Jazz?
But that's important. They want to know. They want to know if they can slide in those DMs,
Well,
maybe to ask
tell
you
them,
questions about
yeah,
diabetes.
Jazz, tell them they can slide in my DM. I'll say that.
Okay, so y'all
And
hear
I'll
that?
and I'll slide right back.
Oh, we love that. And last question, what's your bad habit?
What's my bad habit? Telling you to tell people they can slide in my DMs and I'll slide back. No.
That could get
Um,
you in trouble.
I try not to have bad habits. I don't know. I don't know. What are my vices? My vices are travel. My vices are golf.
Oh, it's
My
all
vices are
great. What's all great
tequila.
stuff?
I guess tequila would be my bad habit. I don't like to think it's a bad habit. My doctor may tell me to cut back or cut down on it, which I do. But yeah, that's it. I enjoy life.
That is
I
so
enjoy
important.
life.
You got to enjoy life. Well, listen, thank you so much for hanging out with us today and talking about diabetes and cancer. And everybody, you got to listen to that wisdom. He dropped some pearls on us tonight. It's so important for our health, our life, and love and enjoying life, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Oh,
is. Well, thank you for having me on your show, Jazz. And see, look, we didn't even have to wait a couple of days. We could knock it out right now.
we did it. We did the damn thing. And everybody, if you get a chance to check out the real full Monty, then you can see the real and all of
Stop
Anthony
it.
Anderson.
Stop it. Don't be telling people about my
It's
shortcomings.
popping.
Stop it, Jazz.
All right, my love.
All
Bye.
right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
You too.